You have a son.
I was going to tell you this morning, but then the Master of Arms showed up and arrested you.
I'm so sorry. That's why you came to the office to tell us about Oscar. I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
No,
I'm sorry.
no,
It's
don't be sorry. I need you here. Okay, so when he came with Jocelyn the other night, does he know?
I have not told him. But he started asking me questions after your brother showed up at Thanksgiving. I guess I kind of wore my heart on my sleeve when I saw his face. The face that I knew.
You know, just when you think things can't get any more strange, just found out I was standing next to my son on a bridge, and I didn't even know who he was.
Wait a minute. You said you barely knew Drew when you were in San Diego.
Look, I was partially telling the truth. I mean, look, Drew and I, we hit it off fast. But we were only together for a few months, and I don't know, some may call it a fling, but I don't know, I think that would trivialize what we actually had, because we did. We had a connection. But you were scheduled to be deployed for an open-ended tour, and I don't know, I think at some level we both knew that we'd never see each other again.
So you let me leave without letting me know that you're pregnant?
You see, I didn't know that I was pregnant when you left. I only found out weeks after you'd been deployed.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate that. Sorry you had to go through all that alone.
Don't be sorry about it. You didn't do it on purpose. And it's like you said this morning, I mean, you were a different man in a different life.
When you found out, did you try to contact him?
I didn't feel right putting it in a letter, and I couldn't email or call because Drew was classified, and I wasn't his family.
But you were pregnant with my son.
And in fairness, I didn't tell your superiors that I was pregnant. It didn't seem right that they should know before you. I don't know, and then Oscar was born. And after that, it just seemed like the most important thing was to make sure that he was loved and cared for and protected. And so, I don't know, I had a lot going on. I had to finish my internship and then my residency and then my specialization, and it just seemed like for a long time there was a lot of life that I had to deal with. And I started even questioning whether it was right, if it was fair that I dropped this bombshell on you. I mean, the Drew Kane that I knew, he was so dedicated to the SEALs. He didn't talk about what he was going to do after. He'd been deployed on so many classified missions, and You told me once that it wasn't fair to ask someone to wait for you. So I asked myself if you'd even welcome the news of a child with a woman that you'd only known for a few months. I don't know, I thought maybe it was better for Oscar not to know, especially if you didn't want anything to do with him.
And the only way to get an answer to those questions would be if you were able to ask me.
I know. And one Christmas morning, it was after we'd opened the presents and Oscar had fallen asleep on the floor. He was just so excited that he stayed up all night. And in that moment, I realized I was robbing you of all the moments. So I contacted the Navy.
When was that?